Silas, you have earned your place at the table.
Lord Megatron, I am honored.
Knockout's dissection table.
Breakdown would be tickled.
No, Lord Megatron. Why?
Because Damocles was the best you had to offer, and it is no more. The human factor did indeed tip the scales in favor of my enemies. He will be a fascinating case for study.
I will leave no fiber or fiber optic unexamined.
No! Megatron! I'm here to serve you! No!
Alright, and we are back for another Megatron draws. We are going to be coloring up Ventriloquist and Scarface today, which was kind of requested by Lethal Lightning. So, yeah. So I'm going for kind of a almost a noir sort of look. Hold on, let me fix the camera. It's a little. There we go. That's much better. So it's kind of going for a little bit of noir sort of look. So we're only going to be using gray tones. So we're using warm grays, we're going to be using neutral grays, and we're going to be using cool grays. So, just because I think a nice like sort of noir look would look really good with these two characters. You know, kind of have that old school sort of gangster sort of vibe going from them. So we're going to start with the skin tones. We're going to be using warm grays for the skin tones. Ooh, I put way too much ink in this pen here. All right, look at that. So yeah, for skin tones, we're going to be using warm grays. Then the suits and stuff, that'll be all cool grays, and then we will add and then use neutral grays to like fill in like some areas in the background here. So obviously, I got my poll up. So we got Clue Master, Maxi Zeus, the Kabuki Twins, and the Great White Shark. I like going for, so yeah, we got a bunch of obscure villains in the thing there. So, oh my gosh, this pen, I think I went way too much in this one. All right. So yeah, I'm using warm gray 0 for those wondering. So I don't think this one's going to be taking very long. It's going to be a very, very simple one to do here today. But which kind of works because I'm going to be hopping off later to join Ma later for some split gate teabagging action on their channel. So yeah. Not at the moment, but hey, Chris, how you doing, man? No, I have not looked up Victoria Grace. I'll do that after the stream, if I can. Just really busy. I was really busy after the stream yesterday, so I think I know who she is, but didn't she voice I can't remember. Was she the voice of Carrie Kelly in the Dark Knight Returns animated movie? I don't know. She sounds like a familiar name I might have heard before. I don't read the recent comics anymore. I don't read anything DC or Marvel. It's coming out now. I just choose not to support DC at the moment. I strongly disagree with what they're doing with the characters, so I'm just gonna completely ignore them and completely just ghost it and say nope. I will continue to read the old stuff, but I'll not be supporting the new stuff that's coming out because I don't agree with any of it. So it's like, Ariel Winter. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I get names mixed up. She seemed, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I've heard of her before. I just haven't really seen much of her. I enjoyed it. I'm not really the biggest Frank Miller fan, but it was an okay movie. But to me, Dark Knight Returns really only works as an Elseworld story, not really within the continuity of the true iconic traditional Batman. Just as, because they have just like completely different motivations. Like things that drive them. So it's not really the same character, same person. That's about 3. So the Ventriloquist is a really interesting villain. He has a really interesting story. He's kind of a guy who sort of lost his mind, or he kind of created a separate personality for. He's an expert ventriloquist who kind of created a second personality with this the Scarface doll, and it kind of creates this sort of mob boss, identity and whatnot. It's a really interesting story. Really interesting stuff going on there. He'd make it for a really interesting like movie, like if they actually did him a film. I have not read Frank Miller's Ronin. The Kabuki twins. They were the red twin assassins from the Batman cartoon. That's who they were. I think they were hired by the Penguin a lot in that show. I can't remember for certain. But they had like white like face masks. They had all red costumes, and they had like kind of claws for like weapons and stuff like that, or coming out of their hand and stuff like that. Yeah, I think they were just exclusively. Well, I mean, they could have been added to the comics, but I think they were created in the Batman cartoon. I think, though, I can't remember for certain though. They're very obscure. Yeah. They're very obscure, like villains. So obviously, and Clue Master is obviously Stephanie Brown's father. Although I think they did something different with his character in the Batman cartoon, but. But he's kind of like a Riddler type character. Yeah. And then Great White Shark was a character who was introduced it was one of the Arkham Asylum books. Not like the Arkham video games, but he was introduced in I think it was like Living Hell, Arkham Asylum Living Hell. I think he was basically a character who was kind of like he was kind of a shady guy, but he wasn't really like a Joker or Two-Face level villain. He was someone who was, I guess, kind of normal. And then when he comes out of the asylum is when he becomes like becomes like one of them. Like they kind of do a thing where it's all about how much Arkham Asylum can have an effect on a lot of the criminals, like where sometimes criminals come out worse for wear, And Warren White was one of those guys. He was kind of a normal guy, but then he kind of, I think, got locked in like Mr. Freeze's cell. So he ended up freezing. I think he got his not hands, but I think he got his like, I can't remember what happened to him. I think he had his like fingertips like torn off or something like that or some shit. He had how his skin froze, and he kind of had like this sort of a very pale white skin going on for him. I guess Carico was okay. I never really. I don't know. I always preferred the other Robins over her. I don't know. Maybe she could have been used in a different way, but never really. I mean, she's definitely a better Robin than Damian Wayne, but that's not really saying much, But I mean, she's an okay character. I wouldn't say she's horrible. I do find it kind of odd that she's able to fight crime without any real training in the Dark Knight Returns. Like she's already able to like just kick some ass, even though they never really. I mean, I guess they kind of made it a point to say that she was like a gymnast or something like that in school or some shit. But but like she's not nowhere near ready enough to like be on the same level as Batman and fight the same fights. Which, to be fair, they don't like make her go like total OP in some areas, but like like they don't have her like straight up beating any like big name villains and stuff like that. So it kind of evens out a little bit, but yeah, Tim Drake will always be my Robin. Like that's always going to be who Robin is. He perfectly embodies that role, that character. So. Gosh, this pen might need a new nib. Yeah, no, I don't think any of the Robins. Well, I mean Dick Grayson, but except for Dick Grayson, none of them hold a candle to Tim Drake as Robin. Yeah, honestly, if any Robin is going to take up the mantle, it's Tim Drake. Because Dick Grayson's his own man. Jason Todd's not worthy of the cowl. He kills, does all this stuff. Damien's not worthy of the cowl at all. Maybe Luke Fox, but it's like at the same time, but like not. But Luke Fox is not above like because they made Luke Fox the new Batman, but it's just like, look, maybe if Tim Drake wasn't around, but no, it's Tim Drake. Tim Drake is the man, is the one who takes up the mantle. Or Terry McGinnis too. But like that's like Batman Beyond. Like I'm talking like after Batman, Bruce Wayne. It's definitely Tim Drake. He's the best suited to wear the cape and cowl. Worst superhero movie? Ooh, there's a bunch. I guess in recent days, because it's kind of a cheat to say like Batman and Robin or Catwoman. So, but like in recent days, I don't know. There's so many I don't like. Man of Steel, BVS, Avengers Endgame. I really didn't like. Didn't like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I hated all of them. I refused to watch the new one, even if it is getting praised and whatnot. It's just like it's not going to change what happened. It's not going to change what this universe Spider-Man like established for the character, and I refuse to support that, even if it does bring me back my Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. It's like Because like I don't need to see because I don't want to fucking sit through Tom Holland for like 2 hours. I'm already sick and tired of that kid as Spider-Man. So it's like I can go back and watch the Tobey Maguire films. I don't need to watch this film. If I want to see Doc Ock, if I want to see the Green Goblin, the Sandman, and whatnot, I can go watch those films. I don't need to watch this new movie that's coming out. Or I can actually read the comics. I can watch the cartoons that I liked. 10 times better. Easily going to be 10 times better than anything this film puts out. Just saying, like Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man the Animated Series, all going to be 1,000,000 times better than anything this movie ever put out. I'm just to say that right now. Oh yeah, Suicide Squad was horrible. Both. I haven't seen the new one, but yeah, the first one was fucking awful. Probably Birds of Prey. I haven't even seen Birds of Prey, but I already know that shit. It's like I don't need to see that. It's like one of those films where you don't have to fucking watch it. You already know it's bad. It's like I just saw one trailer and that's all I need to see. Let's get Scarface going now. Tom Holland, he could probably be a decent Peter Parker if he was actually playing Peter Parker, but he wasn't, and so yeah, that's that. I don't really know much about him as a person, so I can't really comment on that. But acting wise, he's fine, I guess, as an actor. But I mean, what he played wasn't Spider-Man, at least in the first few MCU films. From my understanding, he does get better in this film, but to me, it's just like too little, too late. It's like if they wanted to make me interested in this character, like they would have done it years. They could have done it years ago. Like I have zero interest in seeing that character story continue. Yeah, Catwoman was fucking awful. That movie's so fucking bad. I can't even call Batman and Robin like the worst movie because it's funny bad to me. To me, it's just funny bad. I can at least enjoy that film for how shit it is. But most superhero films now, I cannot even do that. It's like it's not even so bad it's good. Like Fantastic Four was fucking awful. The new one they did. Yeah. I'd much rather watch like Batman and Robin over like BVS or any of these shoes. Because like a lot of these newer movies just make me mad. Make me mad because like at least with Batman and Robin, I was like you can at least make the arguments like at least like that should be the standard of which you should not become, and just like and the fact that nowadays it's like okay, now we don't have any standards anymore. for how to portray these characters and stuff like that. It's just horseshit now. Hold on, I need to cover up some of these ink errors. There we go. Because nowadays they just want to piss you off. You know, they just want to disrespect the fans and deconstruct the characters. You know, it's just like, okay. Because, like, you know, at least for Albert, because, you know, even though Batman and Robin's fucking horrible, it didn't deconstruct everything about Batman or whatever. You know, it was just a fucking horrible Batman movie. I mean, it wasn't really Batman at all, but it didn't like go out of its way to kind of deconstruct everything Batman stands for. You know, that's the thing. You know, it's just a horribly told story. Yeah, 5 actually. No, we'll use that for the other thing. Actually, use this for the hair. That's what I use this for. Okay. Use 5. Yeah, no, we'll go 7 for the shadows. So there should be a shadow casting from the hat here. And from the sleeve. Hey Jacob, how you doing, man? Oh, we're just talking the Suicide Squad movies. Well, to be fair, I haven't seen the new one, but I heard it wasn't very good. Like, just like, and the idea of having Starro be the villain for the movie, just like, that's a Justice League level threat, and you're having the Suicide Squad. Like, that should have been the first villain in the Justice League movie, Starro. But I don't know. Starro's a cool villain. He was fun. It's like, now they're gonna have all these nobody criminals like take him on. It's just like, okay. All right. That's cool. Use my pencil for the hair. All right, let's pull up the cool grays. I think we're ready, done for the warm gray. So for those who are just joining, I'm going to be using I'm basically using mostly just gray tones for this one, because I'm trying to go for a very sort of noir sort of look to it. So I'm just using warm grays for the skin tones, and then for the suits I'll be using cool grays, and then the background's going to be neutral grays, which I probably won't really need to use a whole lot of, because already pretty much well laid out right now. So I don't need you. All right, let's get the. So in the comics, I think he had. Wait, hold on. I need to look up some pictures. I think that at least I think I was using the animated series for reference. I think he had like a white suit, a white hat, but I think he had black pants for the Scarface doll. Just need to look that up real quick. First, I'm going to start on Ventriloquist. Okay. Okay, so there's like, all right, so they kind of design the character a little bit differently depending on the version. So, okay, yeah, that's why I was getting confused because the season 4 is where they had him in the white suit, but then the season 3, but before then they had him in like the blue suit in the animated series. So, but you know, I kind of like the white look, so we're gonna go for the white suit look for the ventriloquist here. And Margaret. You know, I looked that up then. Ah, fucking. Oh my god, why is it so difficult for me? All right. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, Brayden, the reason I called, my car's battery keeps dying here. I don't know if it's that or the alternator. Yeah. But the battery they put in was only a 2-year battery. Because I'll charge it and it'll work. Yeah, I mean, it's sitting at 12.2 volts. But Eric, I had it running for a good hour, and Eric and I went to the gas station the other day, and then I turned it off, and I couldn't get to go again. And it had been running for quite a while. So, I jumped again. Yeah. So, but then I was thinking stuff how to do a quick test to see if your alternator is fine. And if you start your battery between 12 and 11 and 12 oh, when you're running your car, it's supposed to go over your alternator. But then your battery is under that.
Okay, let's pull the 5 and blend. So lighter tone to it. What? I don't know any of those actors, so. Okay. I've read I've read some IDW comics. Mostly just Transformers. At least the earlier stuff. There's some things I like about IDW, and there's a lot of things I don't like. Yeah. It's kind of a mixed bag, depending on the writer, depending on the people behind it. Like I had, like there's a lot I really love, and there's a lot of stuff I really like just do not agree with at all. Like, I didn't like. I like the idea of them making a Galvatron, for instance. A separate entity from like Megatron. Like they kind of made them separate characters. But what I didn't like was that they made him and RC kind of brother and sister. It was just a weird idea. Like kind of like what? It's like, all right. Let's see. Let's go 5 or 4, and then we'll go 5 for the other one. I have not read much of Dynamite comics, so I don't really know much about them in that way. I've never seen the Invincible series. I'm not really interested in it that much. I don't know. I have not seen The Boys. I'm not really interested in a lot of the I'm not really interested in a lot of like deconstruction versions of like superhero stories. It's just not really something that I've been into. I've always been more into the more traditional ways of telling a superhero stories. Not really interested in deconstructing that, and which is a lot of like things like the Boys, Watchmen, Invincible. That's what these kind of shows like tend to do. So not really something that really appeals to me personally. Yeah, it's like I just want like my superheroes to be superheroes. I need to be like, oh well, what if they weren't all that kind-hearted or whatever? It's like I don't care. It's like I want Superman to be Superman. I don't want him to be some jaded asshole, or whatever. Like, it's like I just want Superman to be Superman. And I don't want to have to question whether or not he's a good person. Cause it's like, or he's doing the right thing, or whatever. Or I don't want him to question that either. It's not who the character is at its core. I have not seen Jupiter's Legacy either. I'm not too sure what that's all about. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be against. I'm not like one of those guys who's like gonna try to tell you not to enjoy something you enjoy. It's like I'm just telling you my personal preferences when it comes to the superhero genre in general. I'm just not really interested in the ones that sort of mean to deconstruct everything a superhero is supposed to be. We need to pull up the blacks. Just to darken some areas here. I've heard good things about Cobra Kai. Never really been into the Karate Kid movie, so I don't really have that sort of interest in it. But I hear it's doing pretty well. It's doing right by the fans, from my understanding. So I guess that's a plus, because it's a little bit rare in today's climate. Yeah, to me, Kevin Conroy will always be Batman. Yeah, just the perfect voice for it. Yeah. Just going Black Wizard. All right, I think I'll do it for the ventriloquist here. I think he's pretty much good to go. Just gonna blend in some things here. Let's get the puppet, the Scarface going. I think we'll use neutral grays for the eyes, or at least for the pupils of the eyes. Grab and force. And 6. Let's see what time it is. 4:20. Ooh, wheat hour. Sweet hour, guys. At least in Canada, or where I'm at. So if we finish this one early, we can probably I'll probably work on the bubblegum for a little bit. Let's see, maybe. So need to get off around 6ish, or by 6, or preferably before, because I'm a punctual guy type of guy. Because I'm going to be joining Mara for some more gaming today. Okay, so I think we'll go white tie and then gray, black and gray suit. That's what we'll go for our dummy. Okay. We'll use 7. Shoot. Here, I'll use neutral grays for blacks. That way, the black's different enough from the grays there. All right. Oh, and need. I think neutral grays will be better for this one. And that's going to need some white out. All right. No, we'll go for white pants for this one, and then we'll do the suit as gray. So we'll go for. It's kind of already on that path here, so just stick with it. And we'll use the neutral grays for the gun. Yeah. So I guess it's neck and neck between the master and the twins. There. Cluemaster, I think, was actually referenced in Arkham Knight. Actually, I think they kind of referenced her, and she might have been referenced in Arkham Asylum as well, or he might have been. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed they didn't add in a spoiler or Stephanie Brown to that game. You really could have done like a storyline where Tim goes around the city and he kind of like teams up with her to take down the Cluemaster or something. Like they could have done something like that. But instead, they had the Tim and Barbara stupid relationship, which no one liked. All right, let's get a 3 going. All right, C3 needs some refills. So that's it. Add that to the list. You're not that area needs to be just completely darkened. Just all messed up over there. Let's get shadows casting. Yeah, it's okay to be a newbie to comics. You know, not everyone's an expert on everything. You know. Yeah, I'm far from an expert on everything when it comes to DC or Marvel. You know. I'm just a fan, big fan. Doesn't mean I don't know everything. I'm a really big Transformers fan, but you know, but there's a lot of lore elements I'm just not entirely familiar with, or there's certain eras or certain little nooks and crannies here and there from the franchise. I'm just not really. Just because like most franchises are just massive. You know, it's kind of almost impossible, really. You know, to know everything, every little thing here and there, but. For 5. So. I think Skywarp it was with the IDW when they kind of did their own they kind of merged with a lot of the universes like the GI Joe and Transformers. They were all kind of merged into one like singular universe, and then so they have them like cross over every now and then and stuff like that. Which I don't know really how I feel about that personally, but I'm kind of of the mind. I kind of like everything being kind of separate. I prefer like just the Transformer stories be the Transformer stories. I don't really want to see. Maybe I'm just too boring. Hey, Grumpy. How you doing, man? All right. I think we're... It's going to be blending for... Ooh, Maxi Zeus, yeah. Yeah. Maxi Zeus is a fun villain. Just turn on. Haunted Man. Xbox like always like turns itself on. I just did it right now. Kind of heard it happen to some people and just like, I'm pretty sure it's a fucking ghost. Yeah, pretty sure it's a ghost. Ghost want to play games. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries, man. Yeah, anyways, what like something being a little bit of a twatter war every now and then. I've certainly pissed off at my share of my fair share of people. But nowadays, I kind of just like ignore people. I'm just like, I'm just not interested in most debates anymore. Well, it's because a lot of them just like stay the same points, like same talking point, just like bored. Like, it don't even be original. Yeah, weird. What you're talking about. So I just ignore them. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, fuck off. It's not worth the energy debating some of these people's. Gotcha. What's happening? Oh, I haven't really been following it. What's happening to the? Give me the inside hoops here. So I have no idea what. I don't really follow too much Twitter drama. I'm just kind of curious as to. Usually I stay away from drama. I don't really care about it. Don't really try to cause it or anything like that. I just prefer to be chill. Be cool with people. One of them I did accuse. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's interesting. Shay, the Shane or Shay? Who's the? Like Shane Davis, or I can't remember, or because I don't know who the Shay guy is. Oh, Shane Davis, yeah, okay. Thought so. I thought he did something like that, an atomic story type thing going on there. Whatever it was called. I'll follow it. I didn't even realize. Gotcha. Okay, it's 826. Let's square that off. No, it's till Citizen. Oh yeah. Oh, Bruce Citizen fucked up. I did that. The IDW J comics. That's kind of. Yeah, no wonder that fucking company's in the shithole now. Like, he pissed off the fans and they're not gonna stick around. It's like they haven't learned their lesson yet. And it's all about sending a message, not about making money anymore, I guess. All right, let's tell you the. Black. Yeah. Well, yeah, speaking of Comicsgate, I actually kind of might have had an idea, a burst of creativity this morning for an idea for a future indie comic book from myself. Just haven't really, mostly been just like writing down ideas. I really do want to make my own comic book at some point, but I don't have the full everything figured out. But I have a lot of really, I got some ideas, rolling in the head and writing some stuff down. I wrote down a lot of really interesting notes, but yeah, I don't have everything. I don't even have any of the characters figured out. Aside from maybe one, I will save that for another time when I rationalize in my head. You really just want to sit on these ideas, Yeah, well, it's probably gonna be a long way from now, just because I'm not really, not the best of writers. And still have to grow my art. But yeah, that's definitely on the agenda. To get a book going at some point. But I mean, some of the basic ideas I'm kind of trying to go for is kind of a more sort of like, I guess, kind of an old school sort of superhero comic book vibe going, like kind of, I guess something along the lines of like, I kind of approach it from like the, what's his name, Darwin Cook sort of perspective and idea, like, you know, what superheroes should be and stuff like that. Like, you know, there's gonna be actual aspirational heroes, you know, villains who are sympathetic, you know, villains that are actual like pieces of shit, you know. Obviously, there will be some sympathetic villains. There could be, you know, depending on the story, but you know, because it's like it's kind of become a craze now, where it's like, you know, they want to make villains more relatable and stuff like that. Which, I mean, there is some element to that, you know, that can work for certain villains, but like there's like the Joker movie, for instance, is kind of just like it's not really how you should be treating the character. You know, the character is not meant to be someone you can relate to or anything like that. He's not someone who's sympathetic in any way possible. You know. But I mean, I guess the basic idea I'm kind of going for is like a team of superheroes, like a four-man team, kind of like the Ninja Turtles, kind of like the Fantastic Four sort of idea. Because I find that because I feel like the best way to write, you know, the best book, or at least for me, would be to write what I like the most type of stories. I usually like groups of characters and stuff like that, like, you know, themes of family, themes of, you know, team becoming a family and whatnot, kind of having that sort of mentality into it. That's kind of like what I'm gonna try to go for. But like that's like, you know, it's still like, you know, work in progress. The ideas I'm kind of thinking about. So no announcements anytime soon right now. Just, you know, because I really want to have a strong idea before I can really like announce something. You know, I want something I'm really proud of and I'm really, you know, all about. You know, slow and steady wins the race. You know, and it's better to work on something for a long time and get a better product than to not work on something. Than to work on something that's going to be like, you know, I could just like draw like, you know, wild hair ass superhero man, and it's just like, oh, whatever. Yeah, which I mean, that could be kind of funny, but yeah, I actually kind of have an idea for a really cool like villain type character I'm kind of coming up with. Maybe I'll share it with you in the private chats on Twitter, Grumpy. But like obviously, I still have like a lot of world building to do as well. You know, you have to really establish your world, establish your characters, you know, and all the rules of the universe and whatnot. You know, there's a lot that goes into creating like a really big like property like that. So. Let's grab 5. Let's grab 4. Ooh, yeah, Baroness is pretty fine. I really gotta draw Baroness at one point. Or so we use 2. Okay, let's grab. But yeah, I can't really say too much on the. Obviously, I can't really say too much on the ideas I'm going through, just because right now they're just ideas, and not really solidified at the moment. But they don't even have like the character designs or any other idea. It kind of happened like just now, like kind of a deal. I don't understand, but I mean, see, it's 2. So we need. Yeah. I mean, I have all my basic. Well, I mean, they don't really know what my ideas are, So, oh, are they like notorious for like stealing ideas or whatever? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just keep it to myself and to the group chats and whatever. Because that could be a thing, I guess. Yeah. You don't want like your ideas getting stolen by some jackasses. Yeah, like, I very much have like being very heavily inspired by a lot of it's kind of like my favorite superheroes, kind of creating my not really my version of like a character, but like sort of an amalgamation of us like like characters. Like for example, the villain I was talking about was kind of like a mixture of like different like sort of mob boss characters in most like superhero genres. So that I have some like all of like I don't know. That's like the only character I've really developed was like that one like villain character. I just got an idea for, and I was like, that's to me, at least to me. It might not be. For all I know, it could be a piece of shit fucking idea to someone else. But I think it's cool. I think it's a cool idea. I'm going for at least the basic like concept, obviously. For that character. But that's all I'm going to say about that because yeah. All right, I think that kind of does it for this one. Pull out some whiteout to take out some things like that. Or black dot. It's not really only. I've only seen the I think I've only watched the theatrical cut of the Superman 2, but I do know that there is the ending where, but I have seen like the ending online of the scene where they arrest Zod instead of kill him in the end. So I haven't seen the Watchmen director's cut, so I can't really speak over version. I don't know if I really have any to really see the rest of it. It's like I get the point of the story now. I haven't really been a big Watchmen fan anyway, so it just really doesn't really appeal to me that much. All right, it's holding the ball. Let's see, 5 o'clock. So I don't really know if I'll have enough time to really work on the. I can just do a little bit. I'll just do. We'll go for like 30 more minutes. Because basically, I don't think you were here for a grumpy, but basically said that I was going to be doing after this because this one didn't really take me too long. I could probably just stretch out the time here. There's some areas I can still like tidy up, but I think it's probably you can draw. We'll see. I don't know. Hold on. Let me grab my notes. Just to write it down for future ideas. Hold on. Where's my pen at? There's. Bless James. First. Cobra. We'll see about it. I just put down the notes. Well, obviously, I have a lot of requests sometimes, so. Not necessarily. Not really the biggest MonsterVerse fan. I mean, I like the Godzilla King Kong movie. It's kind of not really the best movie made, but it was entertaining. I was entertained by it, and that's really all you want from those types of movies. You just want to see monsters fight each other and stuff. But I like King Kong. I grew up watching the Peter Jackson King Kong movie, which if you cut out, cut out that first hour where they're on the boat for the entire half of the movie, like cut that shit out, and after that it's pretty good, pretty solid movie. Those T-Rex fights were awesome, like the big bugs and shit. Like the island stuff was really really solid in that movie. Well, I've never seen the Godzilla movie, so I wouldn't really. I've only seen the him in the King Kong Godzilla movie, so maybe I should try to. Because I've heard mixed things about some of the Godzilla movies, like the 2014 one, and then the King of the Monsters one. Really good. But I did like Kong Skull Island. I like that one, even though it had Brie Larson's dumbass in it. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you Grumpy, you do that one. I'll eventually get to some of these requests. Obviously, I don't know if I'll be able to get to all of them. Just because because ideas like come and go. You know, and sometimes ideas will take priority over others. Depending on my mood or depending on the inspiration. And because I'm going to be kind of really because I'm actually kind of because I've had some ideas for a book before, just haven't really some of them never really teetered out. So yeah, so this next couple months I'm probably going to try and work on my actual idea because I actually think this one might actually have some legs. Yeah, so. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna be doing a lot of things like learning how to write and stuff like that, like really good storytelling and stuff like that. Some rules and stuff. Because I'd say I'm a decent writer. Like I can, but like if you're gonna be making like a comic book, and trying to sell it and whatnot, you want to make sure it's the best it can be. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, you don't use Twitter. Gotcha. All right. All right. I think that kind of let's see. I could use some touch up here. Hold on. Let's just clean them up a little bit in some areas here that need to be cleaned up. Let's pull in some pens. I am not really familiar with that, Chris. All right. Just trying to see here. Gotcha. I just saw an animated 3D animated version, like kind of short of like they kind of depicted the Cassandra Cain run in the Pre-52 timeline. It's actually pretty decent. You know, they actually got hit a lot of the class beats of the original comic for that one. It's not perfect. It's a fan made animation, but there's some really good stuff in there though. Some good ideas going for the. But yeah, hopefully Cassandra Cain's in the Gotham Knights game, dude. Because I mean, they could always like add new characters as they go, you know. So, and I imagine they probably will. You know, because the Avengers game did that, so why wouldn't they? You know, and I'm guessing the Suicide Squad game will probably be something similar. They might add new characters here and there, which I'm not really looking forward to that game. No, it just looks boring to me. Like I just saw Evil Superman, I'm just like I'm already turned off. I'm just like, it's like how many times can you turn Superman fucking evil in these DCs? It's like DC just fucking stupid. Like they just do the same thing over and over again. It's just like, can we just get a Superman that's good and wholesome for once? Like, you know, it's like he's turning evil in the cartoons or the TV show and whatever. It's just like it's enough. All right, let's get the real deal Superman going. All right, enough of this bullshit. Yeah, that would be really cool if they actually did one for her. But from my understanding, like editorial doesn't really like Cassandra Cain. Like I think Jim Lee kind of doesn't really like her very much, and he's like a very very influential guy at DC right now. So, with shame because he's kind of lost his marbles a bit, you know, supporting DC and whatnot, being perfectly fine with the getting rid of like Superman's most iconic line or slogan, you know, but. But that's just kind of the way that things are. Yeah, in a perfect world, yeah, that'd be fucking sick though if they did a Cassandra Cain short film or series, or even a series. Like she's a really interesting character. She could definitely warrant her own series, you know, like a little animated show. Yeah, it's so. It's like they do it in the like it's like they did the Injustice games. It's like, and then they did Man of Steel and BVS. It's like, I mean, look, once in a while, okay, let's have but it's just like, can we just have like Superman be Superman, and then like, look, let's give him 5 years. Do 5 years of normal Superman, and then do an evil Superman story. How about that? Like, let's get a balance going here. It's like. It's like Superman's not some guy who's easily manipulated into becoming evil. You know, it's just like, and he's the furthest thing from evil. You know, just because he has powers doesn't mean he's gonna fucking use them like to take over or some shit. It's like, no, it's not the character at all. And it's just like this whole idea, oh, just one bad day. It's just like, well, the whole like people who think that, oh, just because one bad day, it's just like will change your life. It's like, okay, maybe, but the whole point of the Killing Joke, like the whole line was, you know, it was all about, you know, like because Batman at the end there kind of proves that not to be true. You know, that's the whole point of that storyline. It's like, you know, not everyone breaks under, you know, extreme pressure. Not everyone breaks when something goes wrong in their lives. You know, yeah, and he uses Gordon as an example. You know, in the storyline, Gordon refuses to submit to. You know, what Joker did to him in that storyline affect him like in that way. Like he tells Batman, "No, I don't want him brought in. Like I want him brought in by the book." He says, you know, like that's the whole point of that storyline. Was that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters who you choose to be now. Like what matters is what you are now. You know, and if you choose to use your what happened to you as an excuse to go around hurting people, then yeah, you're a piece of shit. That's not something Superman would ever do. Superman's not someone who's like, even if you can have bad things happen to Clark, and he can get angry and shit like that, but he would never like try to take over the world because of it, because he's throwing a hissy fit or whatever the fuck, like he did in Injustice. It's just not who he is as a person. He's someone who has very strong convictions in his beliefs and his goals and whatnot. And same thing with Batman. Same thing with most of these DC characters who are now trying to make it into more cathartic, more heavily character flawed, people who. But that's not really the purpose those characters serve. They're meant to be more inspiring. They're meant to be, bastions of hope and optimism. That's what they're supposed to be. They're meant to represent the best of us, the best that we can strive to be. And it's not realistic. Some people are like, well, that's not realistic. It's not interesting. It's not supposed to be realistic. They're comic book characters. They're fictional characters. They represent ideals and stuff. It's not, that's the purpose they serve. They give us something better to strive for. Ooh. To check it out. I haven't really seen. I'm not really too familiar with Castlevania, but the guys who did the what was it called? The Gotham Knights, because in that Gotham Knights movie, they had different like little short films, like different short films from different artists and stuff like that who did. And the one from Crossfire, that one would be really like the guy who did that one would be really cool for like a Cassandra Cain. I think that'd be a good fit there. Because the action that was like really like just brutal and really, I think it would work really well with Cassandra Cain's character. Yeah, it's just, I just cannot get behind anything DC anymore. I've been kind of it since New 52, but they started to do some good things with Rebirth, but then Ben Dido and Bendis came back and they kind of ruined Superman again. And Tom King was allowed to do what he did to Batman. God, that run is so fucking shit. So, and I haven't even read anything new in recent days. I just do not care. Just do not care anymore. It just become so different to both Marvel and DC at the moment. I just kind of accept the fact that we may not get these characters in live action or animation like as we want them to be, as they should be. And I've kind of become very content with the way things are with the original versions. Because you can do whatever you want to like Cassandra Cain, for instance, in the Birds of Prey movie, but you're not going to be able to take away my Cassandra Cain comic books. I have all the books from that character, so it's like no matter how much this Birds of Prey movie shits on that character, it's like I'll obviously be mad at it. I'll obviously be mad, but I was just like, I don't know. But I refuse to get on board, with these people, what they're trying to do. Oh, thanks, Jacob. Yeah, thanks. Oh, yeah, see you, Jacob. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. Oh, looks like Foodmaster's in the lead right now. Oh, it's kind of a tie. It's neck and neck between all three of those guys. No one likes Great White Shark. No one likes Warren White. That's no love for Warren White. Warren's an interesting character. He's an interesting character. He had an interesting story in the comics. But all right. Oh, just Snake Eyes. All right, kind of wrap that one up. I think let's tidy up some areas with that thing. Uniball or a jelly roll. It's just oh, don't worry, man. We're almost done here anyway. So, let's see, 5:21. So yeah, I think I'll call it a wrap now. Oh, need to touch up the eyes a little bit and a little bit of the. Yeah, we're gonna touch up Scarface's face a little bit. Let's get this guy. Keep some shadows here and there. Gotcha. The way they handle it is, yeah, I imagine so. It's DC, so. Yeah, no problem. Let's get to some of these requests. Here, I have a lot of other ideas taking center stage at the moment, but we'll eventually get to some of these ideas. So. All right, I think it does it. Just some highlights of the gun here a little bit, and then we can wrap this one up. All right, I think that kind of does it for this one. Oh, that's right there. Here, the ends here is a little bit off here. Touch that up. There we go. Much better. All right. Let's make this a little darker here. That kind of does it for this stream. I'm pretty happy with it. So let's put my muckas away, and then we can end this. Who's the worst mother from DC Comics? Ooh. Gosh. Maybe Talia, but it kind of depends on which Talia, because sometimes Talia is written, because Talia al Ghul is kind of written differently, depending on the writers. But when she's written at her worst, I'll say Talia is the worst mummies. For Marvel, probably Mystique. Honestly, it's like she killed her own fucking son. Like, you can't get any worse than that. It's like, and she did it because she got bored of him. I think, isn't that how it went? Like, she just got bored of him, and just killed him. It was like, yeah, fuck that guy, he's trash. It's like, yeah, it can't get any worse than that. Yeah, I mean, she gave birth to Damien, so that kind of. But actually, I should sign this one. Or I'll use silver. Just put it in the corner here. All right. Yeah. Oh, what are my thoughts on Cheshire? I liked Cheshire. I liked her in the Young Justice cartoon. That's kind of the only thing I really know her from. But I liked her in the show. I thought she was an interesting character. Who's a worse father? I guess Darkseid. Is he biologically related to Calibank and stuff like that, or I guess Trigon would be one of them as well. Yeah. Trigon, David Kane, Deathstroke. Yeah, maybe Sportsmaster. Yeah. He's kind of a twat waffle. Yeah, I'm going to just touch this up here. It's a little off. Yeah, definitely. Really do full-heartedly. Exactly. Exactly. I guess Lady Shiva is a bad mom, but I mean, she's not as bad as some of the other ones. I guess. Okay. Yeah, she's kind of a shitty mom. I mean, but and she has some redeemable parts, qualities, but she ain't no here, is all I'm saying. And I guess Jonathan Kent, if you count Man of Steel as worst fathers. Yeah. Although I don't really count Man of Steel as any depiction of Superman, so yeah, yeah, he's kind of pointless villain. Kind of boring. See, 5:30, so Mars about to go streaming 30 minutes from now. So let's get we got some clips here that are kind of fitting for tomorrow or later tonight. So yeah, thanks for joining me, Grumpy, Chris, and excuse me, and Jacob. It's really good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I had a lot of fun with this one. I actually kind of like the gray tone piece for this one. It kind of works for these two characters. They kind of evoke that sort of classical gangster noir film sort of look to them. So yeah. My next stream will be on the 30th, which will be kind of wrapping up the Batman villains. Which doesn't mean we're not going to do Batman villains edit. It's not going to be for not that we won't be able to do villains ever again, but yeah. So tomorrow we'll be coloring up this bad boy, getting Mr. Freeze colored up here. So yeah. And obviously we did the Riddler yesterday, so yeah. Oh, thanks. Who's your least favorite villain from DC Comics? Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot of like really, really good villains. It's kind of hard to find the bad ones. Because oh yeah, Trigon's horrible father. Yeah. Yeah, because some of the villains are I like are kind of like joke villains. So characters like Polka Dot Man or Condiment King I love. Just because I'm weird like that. But I don't know. I can't really say which one I dislike the most. Can't really think of any off the top of my head right now. But yeah. So yeah, let's find a clip to end this off on. Yeah, it's like I like because I like some of the joke villains. I like villains like Killer Moth and stuff like that because they're fun. I like the fun villains. So. But yeah, I'll just go Sports Master. I'll just go Sports Master anyways because I can't really think of anything else. Maybe that Weasel character or whatever. The Shade. Oh yeah, Shade's a kind of an interesting character. At least he was in the animated series. He had a really cool design there. But yeah, so thanks for dropping by, everybody. I will be seeing you guys on Thursday, and Maybe on Friday we can do a gaming stream. We could try doing some testing a little bit that day. So yeah, so I'll be hopping on to join Mara on her Twitch channel, which you probably won't really hear me because I don't think she has a Discord set up yet for her Twitch, but I'll just be playing games with her. So I'll just grab her Twitch so you guys can follow her because she does some work on her stream on both her YouTube and her Twitch channel. So yeah, hold on. Twitch is slow as fuck. I know as far as, so we'll just end it here then. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys with mysteries on Thursday. So everybody, and God bless you.
God damn it! God damn it!
Game over.
I was trying to... Darth Megatron, you were teabagging me. Thank you, Megatron. Or I'll try Oasis again. Who the fuck's picking Carmen Station? Alright, Carmen Station. You're not sorry. You're not sorry.
No further questions.
Your Honor, can I say something?
You may.
You know, those people, ones that put down people like...
Teabagged.
I want you to know that I do it all again. This is a circus, all right? It's a charade, it's an act. It's bullshit about how crazy I am. I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy, okay? I know what I did. I know who I am. And I do not need your help. I'm smack dab in the middle of my right goddamn mind, and any scumbag, any lowlife, any
Camping.
piece of shit that I
Teabagged.
did it because I liked it. Hell, I loved it. I'm sitting here, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think, what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening. Not on my watch. You people who call me
The Teabag King. The Big Dick Teabag King.
Here I am. You want it? Remove the whip.
I am the Teabag King.
I'm right here. You want it? I'll give it to you. And anybody who came here today, hear me whine, hear me beg, you can kiss my ass. You hear me? I'm guilty. I plead, Judge. I'm guilty. You hear me? I'm guilty.
I'll teabag every one of them. I'll teabag every single one.
Silas, you have earned your place at the table.
Lord Megatron, I am honored.
Knockout's dissection table.
Breakdown would be tickled.
No, Lord Megatron. Why?
Because Damocles was the best you had to offer, and it is no more. The human factor did indeed tip the scales in favor of my enemies. He will be a fascinating case for study.
I will leave no fiber or fiber optic unexamined.
No. Megatron, I'm here to serve you.